Welcome. In this video, can XCN coin be listed on Binance Spot? We will analyze this. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and please watch to the end to understand.
But first, let's see where the price can go if it's listed on Binance Spot.
This clearly observed upward trend structure on the chart confirms that buyer pressure in the market is increasing and that the overall direction of the current price action is upward. Such an uptrend is considered a significant sign of confidence in technical analysis, as investors who trade in the buying direction tend to shape their positions by following these trends. The upward trend line drawn on the chart shows that the price has repeatedly bounced strongly upward after touching this line in the past. This indicates that investors view this trend line as a dynamic support zone, and that strong buy orders are activated whenever the price returns to this level. If the price gradually pulls back toward this trend line over time and then encounters renewed buying pressure at this level, it is highly likely that another upward move will begin, just like in previous instances. In technical analysis, such structures are referred to as trendline bounces or responses from trend support. The reason for this is that many investors psychologically monitor this trendline closely and increase their buying positions whenever the price approaches these levels. Especially in a market structure where an uptrend continues, any pullback to this trendline is technically considered a buying opportunity. In other words, as long as the price touches the trendline, this level continues to serve as support, and the likelihood of a new upward move starting from this point increases. This attracts the attention of both short-term traders and long-term investors. While short-term traders aim to make gains over shorter timeframes by buying from these levels, long-term investors view these zones as opportunities to buy low. Additionally, in such rising trends, each corrective wave toward the trendline typically occurs with low volume selling, while the reactions from the trendline are often supported by increasing volume and momentum. This shows the strength of buying interest. If the price approaches this upward trendline again and bounces upward once more, this would not only support the continuation of the current uptrend, but could also signal an acceleration of the trend and possibly a stronger next leg up. One important point to note here is the nature of the price action as it approaches the trendline. If the price moves slowly and with low volume toward this level, it generally indicates a healthy correction. However, if the price drops sharply with high volume, then the possibility of a trendline break should be taken more seriously. But based on the current structure, the trend appears strong, and we see that this trendline has served as a solid support area after being tested multiple times in the past. More importantly, the price's reaction to the trendline can offer major clues about future price behavior. If the price reaches this level and encounters strong buying, it not only supports the continuation of the current trend, but also suggests the potential for the market to reach new highs again. In technical analysis, such upward trend structures are also referred to as bull flags or the lower band of an ascending channel, and these patterns are key indicators of trend continuation. Furthermore, these structures are not limited to traditional technical analysis. Some algorithmic trading systems also base their actions on these trend lines, meaning these levels are also considered support zones by AI-powered trading systems. So it's not just retail investors, but also institutional investors using automated systems that may view these levels as buying opportunities. From a psychological standpoint, such trend structures have a significant impact. Many investors place trust in these levels and act on the belief that the price has tested this level multiple times and bounced every time. Such collective behavior leads the price to actually rise from these levels. In technical analysis, this phenomenon is called the self-reinforcing effect, meaning the likelihood of a signal playing out increases because everyone believes in it. In conclusion, if the price approaches this upward trendline again, a strong upward bounce from here is quite likely. This move provides technical confirmation for investors and could be the beginning of a new bullish wave. If the price finds support at this trendline and turns back upward, this can be interpreted as a trend continuation formation, and investors may view this move as a strong signal for new positions. If the bounce is accompanied by rising volume, it indicates that the bullish momentum may be much stronger, and the price could rally again, surpass previous highs, and potentially reach new record levels. But of course, we can't base the analysis on trends alone. Let's also look at other metrics. Stay tuned.
When we carefully examine the market structure, it is evident that the price movements have been showing an upward momentum for a considerable period. This upward momentum creates positive expectations among investors and indicates increasing buying pressure. In particular, the current price position shows that it is approaching a highly critical level. This level represents a region where, in the past, upward price moves were repeatedly halted and where selling pressure intensified. In technical analysis literature, such levels are referred to as resistance and typically act as a barrier to further upward movement. This resistance level, when analyzed alongside previous price actions, is located in a significant volume area and is closely monitored by both retail investors and institutional players. As the price approaches this zone, a noticeable increase in trading volume is observed, clearly demonstrating the market's sensitivity to this level. Additionally, historical price actions near this resistance level have often resulted in sudden pullbacks, sending the price back to lower support regions. However, this time the situation appears to be developing differently. If this resistance level is broken, a scenario commonly seen in technical analysis known as a breakout may come into play. Such breakouts often generate excitement among investors and accelerate price momentum. A breakout supported by high volume can quickly propel the price to a higher price range. According to the principle, resistance becomes support. The previously unbreakable level then turns into a secure foundation beneath the price. Following an upward breakout, there may no longer be any major technical obstacles in front of the price. These situations are often described as the price taking off, as market participants psychologically perceive that a barrier has been crossed and that the path is now clear, increasing their buying appetite. This can further accelerate the upward movement of the price. Additionally, such breakouts often trigger FOMO, fear of missing out, leading more investors to enter the market. This creates additional demand that drives the price even higher. Moreover, the breakout of a resistance level is a positive signal not only for short-term speculators, but also for medium and long-term investors. These types of technical breakouts are often interpreted as strong indicators of either a trend reversal or continuation. In this context, a strong breakout above this level represents both a technical and psychological threshold, and as new buyers enter the market, the upward trend can accelerate further. In addition, the upward breakout of this resistance zone may be recognized by algorithmic trading systems, triggering automatic buy orders. This can further speed up the price movement. The breakout being mentioned across social media, news feeds, and community forums may also attract a wider investor base, starting a chain reaction of buying. Besides these technical developments, the current market atmosphere also supports the upward price movement. For example, if overall market sentiment is positive, macroeconomic data is supportive, and sector-specific news is favorable, the post-breakout rally may be much stronger and more sustainable. In this sense, the technical breakout is merely the starting point and can pave the way for the price to reach much higher levels. Furthermore, breaking this resistance zone may trigger stop-loss levels for investors holding short positions, forcing them to close their trades. These position closures create additional buying pressure, which can further increase price momentum. This phenomenon is known as a short squeeze and often results in rapid and unexpected upward price movements. In conclusion, the price is currently at a critical resistance area, and the developments that occur here will significantly determine the market's direction in the short, medium, and long term. If this level is broken to the upside, with no strong resistance remaining ahead, a new upward wave may begin. This bullish wave will boost investor confidence both technically and psychologically and will increase liquidity entering the market. When all these factors come together, the price shows significant potential for a strong upward move following the resistance breakout. In this context, the breakout scenario can be seen as a highly positive and promising development within the current technical outlook.
When we evaluate the likelihood of XCN being listed on Binance's spot market, there are several promising indicators worth noting. First and foremost, XCN is already listed on Binance's leveraged trading platform, specifically in the futures market. Although this detail often goes unnoticed by many investors, it is actually a highly critical piece of information. Binance typically adds a coin to the futures section only if it meets certain criteria in terms of trading volume, market interest, and technical infrastructure. The fact that XCN is included in the futures market suggests that the project is already on Binance's radar and that it has achieved a certain level of credibility. Binance does not list just any project on its leveraged trading platform. It requires sufficient liquidity, active market making, and significant investor interest. XCN crossing this threshold clearly shows that it is one step closer to being listed on the spot market. Additionally, the fact that Xcn is listed on Coinbase, one of the world's most prestigious cryptocurrency exchanges, signals that the project is also trusted at an institutional level. Coinbase, based in the US, is known for its strict regulatory compliance, which makes it a major benchmark for many investors. If a project is listed on Coinbase, it means it has already passed through rigorous regulatory checks. Most projects listed on Coinbase are considered to have long-term potential, and investors tend to have greater confidence in them. Therefore, Xcn being listed on both Coinbase and Binance Futures strengthens its credibility and increases its potential for a spot listing. Xcn's current market ranking is also a significant factor. It is currently ranked 107th in the cryptocurrency market, a position that many projects struggle to reach. Considering the thousands of tokens in the market, being in the top 150 or even top 200 is a major achievement. Xcn's position at 107 reflects strong community interest, substantial trading volume, and solid project fundamentals. Especially once a project enters the top 100, it tends to attract closer attention from major exchanges. Binance often prioritizes listing high-volume projects that attract investor interest and are on the radar of institutional players. Xcn's current ranking shows that it is on the cusp of this threshold, and should it break into the top 100, the likelihood of a spot listing would become even stronger. On the other hand, when we look at Binance's current spot listings, we can see that some projects ranked lower than 107 are already listed on Binance's spot market. For instance, Zkcoin is currently ranked 141st, but is listed on Binance's spot market. This proves that ranking alone is not the sole factor. Community interest, investor backing, technological contributions, and market potential also play crucial roles. If a project satisfies these criteria, even without a top 100 ranking, Binance may still consider it for listing. Given that Xcn ranks higher and meets many of these conditions, it has clear potential to be listed on the spot market as well. Furthermore, the overall movements of the crypto markets play an important role in this process. If a bullish wave emerges, what we refer to as a bull market, major exchanges like Binance tend to be more willing to list new projects that will attract investor attention. As users seek new opportunities, exchanges also aim to boost trading volume and user engagement by listing new and promising projects. In such a scenario, projects like Xcn, already available on major platforms, gaining traction and seeing increasing market volume, tend to come to the forefront. Xcn seems to perfectly match this profile. During a bull phase, it could attract increased attention from investors, potentially drawing Binance's interest and opening the door to a spot listing. Other factors to consider include Xcn's technological infrastructure, use cases, and community support. The project aims to contribute to the Web3 ecosystem by offering various solutions in the decentralized finance space. The transparency of the development team and the institutional backing behind the project support its long-term vision. Moreover, social media engagement shows that Xcn community is active and growing. In the crypto world, the stronger and more engaged the community, the better the chances of getting on the radar of major exchanges. In this regard, Xcn presents itself as a strong candidate. In summary, Xcn shows several strong signals indicating a high probability of being listed on Binance's spot market. Its current presence on Binance Futures, being listed on Coinbase, high market ranking, growing interest within the crypto community, and the potential for market-wide bullish momentum all contribute to its likelihood of being prioritized for listing. Given Binance's listing strategy of favoring projects already within its system and with significant investor attention, Xcn appears to be less of a question of if and more of a matter of when. In crypto markets, catching opportunities often comes down to timing, vision, and analysis. Xcn continues to attract investor attention and is showing several positive signals that could lead to broader visibility on major exchanges like Binance. If it maintains its current performance and market conditions turn favorable, the listing of Xcn on Binance's spot market becomes highly probable. For investors, this development could provide greater trading flexibility and improved liquidity.
Yes, friends, I hope you liked the video. If you subscribe to my channel and like the video, more videos will be coming. Be careful in your investments, analyze the risks correctly, and always take strategic steps. I will be with you with different analyses, investment opportunities, and technical information in my videos. I wish you all a lot of profit. See you soon.